Grief, anger and explosive allegations dominated the memorial service of veteran gynecologist Dr. Job Obwaka at CITAM Valley Road, Nairobi. As family, friends and political leaders painted the picture of a man they say spent his final months in fear, pressure and humiliation linked to the Nairobi hospital wrangles. As mourners paid tribute to the former Nairobi hospital board member who died on May 1st, emotional testimonies from his widow and close allies reignited questions over his controversial arrests, alleged state interference, and the growing debate on the rule of law in the country. NTV's Ashley Atieno was there.
Inside CITAM Valley Road, the service began in stillness, a gathering of flowers, bowed heads, and a family holding tightly to the memory of Dr. Job Obwaka.
And will guide this family.
The veteran gynecologist, former Nairobi Hospital board member, and a man once described as a pillar in Kenya's medical fraternity.
You were there for me every time I needed you. I could count on you to pick up my phone. I called when I called. As a matter of fact, you were on my speed dial.
But as tributes were conveyed, the tone gradually shifted.
Mighty name of Jesus.
What was meant to be a celebration of a 79-year-old life of service became instead an unflinching account of a final chapter marked by fear, pressure, and unresolved institutional battles that followed him to the end.
Talk about Mother Teresa.
His widow, Ivers Chemtai Obwaka, recounted what she says were escalating threats after her husband became entangled in the Nairobi hospital leadership dispute.
They were called to the office of the president. I'm not embarrassed or I'm not ashamed to say this. One person there who is a Kalenjin called him Pamori. Who is a Kalenjin here? We are not ashamed. Pamori, Dr. Obwaka, go to the High Court and withdraw the case that you took there. He kept telling me, I think my life is in danger.
She further recounted his arrest as a moment that worsened his already fragile health, despite what she says were repeated pleas to consider his medical condition.
His doctor, Dr. Wanyeke, called him and sent a letter to me, his letter now, to say, this is a patient, this is an old man, he's been done open heart surgery, he doesn't need to be in the cold. That letter came. You know what the policeman said? They have no, their hands are tied. They are getting instructions from number.
The service also carried political weight, with Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna calling out the government over what he termed as the erosion of due process of the law.
If really we want to build a country that believes in the values in our constitution, if I have a dispute with you, can I trust the judge that you will not go and see the judge behind the door? That even if you don't see the judge behind the door, behind the tent, as they say, if he makes a decision, you will respect that decision. How are we in this Mambo ni Matatu dispensation?
But it was Dr. Frank Mongera, a close ally of nearly 6 decades, who brought a different kind of gravity to the moment, remembering a young doctor turned medical giant and the personal toll of his final months.
We as doctors call upon the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Directorate of Criminal Investigation to drop this case against Dr. Job Obwaka with immediate effect. You cannot prosecute a dead man.
And even as the church filled with grief, the legal aftermath of Dr. Obwaka's death continued unfolding outside its walls. Beatrice Wangari, who had been detained in connection with investigations into his death, was released on a personal bond of 100,000 shillings by the High Court. Lady Justice Kavedza Diana also ruled that the post-mortem findings showing cardiac arrest linked to pre-existing heart conditions had weakened the grounds for continued detention. Ashley Atieno, NTV.